everybody, what is up and welcome back to the channel. And today I want to have a little conversation about some left-handed guitar players or left-handed guitars. Let's talk about left-handed guitars. Yeah. So the other day, scrolling around on YouTube and decided to catch up on a few videos. There's a guy that I follow called Xander Raymond Charles. If you guys don't know who he is, I'll put a picture of him up somewhere up here so you guys can see him. I'm sure a few of you guys know who he is. He's a guy out of like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, I think, or New Jersey. He's up in there. I think he's Philadelphia area he's at. And pretty talented guy. I've watched him come up from when he started to where he's at now, and he's actually, you know, kind of a hired gun guitar player now, playing for all these different bands, and he's really doing well for himself. I really enjoy his content. He puts out a lot of cool stuff. He puts out videos when he's on tour. He puts out help videos, like teaching you lessons and things like that, and tricks and things to become a better guitar player. And he goes over gear. He does gear reviews, and he talks about stuff, and then he just talks about his everyday life. It's a pretty good channel, so if you haven't checked it out, I would check it out. You know, and hey, shout out to Xander. You know, if you ever want to hook up and stuff, we're not that far away. I'm down in Virginia. Love to have you come down and do an interview with you on my channel. So just to put that out there. But anyway, what I want to talk about is that he had put out a video the other day. By the time you guys see that, I'm not sure how long it'll be. But anyway, the other day he'd put out a video, and he's a right-handed guitar player, but he had taken a left-handed guitar, flipped it over to right-handed, and then modified it, put like an EMG pickup in it, and modified it to his liking. And he really liked it, and he did some cool stuff to it. So he wanted to share that with everybody. Now, you would think that would be a cool thing, and people are like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Well, it's not quite the reaction that he got with some people, because several of these lefty losers, I would say, left-handed guitar players, started attacking him and were mad at him about buying a left-handed guitar and then turning it into a right-handed guitar because there's very few left-handed guitars out there, was their argument, and there's not very many guitars to choose from when it comes to left-handed guitar players and all this other blah, 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 blah bullshit, you know. Well, I will tell you, when I started playing guitars back in the day, there wasn't any left-handed guitars. Everything was right-handed. So if you guys noticed from the intro, I actually play right-handed, but guess what? I'm left-handed. I'm actually a left-handed person, but I play a right-handed guitar. So just to put that out there, I am a lefty that plays righty, because I taught myself how to play right-handed because there weren't any left-handed guitars. The only way you were getting a left-handed guitar back then is if you did like Jimi Hendrix did, flipped one over and played it, because people just didn't make them back then. It wasn't worth it to them. Anyway, with that being said, so now that you guys know I'm a lefty, I can touch on this a little bit. So the thing that kind of blew my mind is people were attacking him, and he got all this hate, and they were saying, you know, what a terrible person he was. You know, a left-handed person could have used that guitar, and all this other blah, 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 blah crap. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. One of the things that he pointed out that I thought was really interesting, he said, if you go on Reverb right now, and he said this in his video, there's 4,780 left-handed guitars on Reverb right now. So it's not like there's not some left-handed guitars out there to buy. Now, are there a lot of companies that don't make left-handed guitars or don't really make a lot or give a lot of variety? Sure there are. Schecter happens to be one of the companies that does cater to left-handed players and makes a lot of left-handed guitars selections for players. A lot of times if Schecter does a right-handed one, they do a left-handed one. So Schecter is one of the few companies that does do that. But left-handed guitars are more prevalent now than they ever have been in the music industry. So be thankful that that's even happening. But as a whole, there's more right-handed guitar players than there are left-handed players. Hence why I learned how to play right-handed instead of trying to mess around with left-handed, because the only thing I had around me at the time when I was a kid was a right-handed guitar. So I learned how to play it right-handed, and that's how I play it now. And it would feel very weird to me to even try to play a left-handed guitar because I've been playing so long with right-handed. So with that being said, I don't think it's okay that all these guys attacked him. And I'm going to give you my reasons why. Because, you know, number one, he paid for it with his own money. It's his own money. He saved up his own money and bought the guitar, so he can do whatever the hell he wants with it. If he wants to chop it up and turn it into firewood, he can. If he wants to drill holes in it, he can drill holes in it, because you know what? He bought it. And the one thing that all these lefties that are losing it, these left-handed guitar players that are losing over, the fact is that it's still a sale of a left-handed guitar, which gets registered as somebody bought a left-handed guitar. And to his point, if you wanted it, you should have bought it. if you're a left-handed person that really thought that was a great guitar, you should have saved up your money and bought it, because it's not like he said just showed up and he bought it. He'd been watching it for a while before he purchased it, and him purchasing it still goes into the category, hey, people want these guitars. So by him purchasing that left-handed guitar, he actually supported left-handed guitar players and actually helped boost the algorithms for people to make and buy more left-handed guitars and make them and sell more left-handed guitars by his purchase. So he actually is helping left-handed guitar players out by buying a left-handed guitar, even though he converted it over to right hand. You know, the other thing they're mad about is he put an EMG in it. Well, he's a metal guitar player. He likes EMGs, so who cares? It's his guitar. You know, the thing that really cracks me up is that if Eddie Van Halen had bought that guitar and flipped it over and did all these mods and did it and turned it into a right-handed guitar, every one of you swinging dicks would be talking about how great and cool that shit was if Eddie Van Halen did it. But because it's Xander Raymond Charles, who's not as big of a personality in the music industry, you guys are all butthurt, you know, which is bullshit, you know. The man spent his hard-earned money to buy a freaking guitar. He can do whatever the hell he wants with it. If he wants to smash it on stage, he can. I don't see everybody getting pissed off every time Paul Stanley ever smashed a guitar on stage. They were just happy to get a piece of it, you know. And he smashed them every day, and he could have gave those guitars away to somebody. They could have used it to play, but no, he smashed it and played it. He has every right to do whatever he wants, and you guys have no right to be upset about it. Because like he said, why didn't you buy it if you wanted it so bad? You should have bought the damn guitar. You know, he actually is supporting left-handed guitar players and left-handed guitars getting made by purchasing the left-handed guitar. He didn't take that guitar away from anybody because nobody was buying it. He actually has helped supporting that industry of making left-handed guitars by purchasing the guitar. But I guess you guys don't understand how that works when it comes to economics and how businesses look at things. They don't care if a left-handed player or a right-handed player bought it. All they care about is that it sells. And if it's selling, they will keep making more of them. If it's not selling, they won't. So that is a sale that goes into the left-handed guitar category, which is he is actually helped supporting you dumbasses, you know. And instead of complaining, pull your heads out your ass and say, hey man, that was kind of a cool idea, because there's probably some other guys that might like to play a guitar like that. You never know. But here's the thing. If they have the money, they have every right to buy the guitar, and they can do whatever the hell they want with it. And all you guys lefties out there that are whining and crying and complaining, shut up, because nobody cares. Either buy the guitar or learn how to play a right-handed guitar. If you want more selection, do like I did. Learn how to play a right-handed guitar. And then you can have all the selection you want. You know, other than that, shut up. Or start your own guitar company and make your own damn left-handed guitars. We really don't care. But to attack a man because he was sitting there showing something cool that he did with a guitar is ridiculous to me. And I just felt like I need to speak out about it, because I like the guy. I think he's I don't know him personally, but I think he's a pretty down-to-earth guy. He seems to really genuinely try to want to help people and put out information when he's putting things out, or to teach people, to help people to get better guitar players. And you guys should appreciate that, because it takes a lot to make videos. It takes a lot. It's a lot of time and effort. And he has really worked hard to get where he's at. I've watched his progress throughout his career, you know, since I started following him. And he's worked hard to get where he's at. He's earned everything he's got. And if he wants to buy a left-handed guitar and flip it over and turn it into a right-handed guitar and go play it on stage, I mean, have at it, brother. Rock on and smoke it out there and show people how it's done. That's all I got to say. Because Eddie Van Halen was famous for destroying and Frankensteining guitars till he got what he wanted. You know, very famous for that, modding things. And none of you assholes out there that are complaining have the right to tell him what he can and can't do with guitar. None. He bought it. He paid for it. He can do whatever the hell he wants with it. You know, everybody mods their guitars. I don't understand why you guys are upset just because it was a left-handed guitar. It's ridiculous. You know, but that is the state of the world and in the music industry and everything that we've become, that everybody's a bunch of keyboard commandos that wants to tell you what you can and can't do and how you can and can't do it, you know. And I got a big news flash for you. All I got to tell you is F you. Because people like me, we don't care and we don't listen to you. We actually laugh at you guys, and we like the fact that you guys make stupid comments on our videos and keep making stupid comments, because it helps boost our algorithm and actually supports our channel. You know, a guy told me a long time ago when I first started YouTube, and this guy's a pretty big YouTuber, he told me a long time ago, he goes, your best supporters are going to be your haters. He goes, they're not only going to subscribe to you, but they're going to comment and comment and comment and keep coming back and commenting and saying stuff, which is going to get your videos seen more. They will be your best supporters. And in my time doing YouTube, that is what I've learned, is they truly are your best supporters, because they will comment and comment. They'll comment for days. They just won't let it go. No matter what you do, they won't let it go. They'll comment for 2 or 3 days, sometimes a week. they'll just keep saying stuff, and some of them will go through all your videos and leave comments just because they're mad at you. If you disagree or go against the grain of what everybody thinks you're supposed to do, they lose their marbles. They literally lose their marbles. So, all I got to say is, Xander Raymond Charles, man, I thought it was cool what you did. It's definitely your style, something that suits you. You seem to really like guitar, man, and keep doing what you're doing, man. That's all I got to say, because, you're definitely inspiration to a lot of people. Even an old guy like me, to see a young guy like you doing so well is awesome. So I think it's cool. I think he's got a good, decent channel. He's not trying to sell you anything or push anything on you. He's just showing you what he likes and what he likes to do, and he gives his input on the gear that he uses, which I think is cool, because that's what I do. So anyway, with that being said, I just thought it was interesting that a bunch of left-handed guitar players lost their marbles just because a right-handed guitar player took a left-handed guitar and turned it into a right-handed guitar so he could play it. I think that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. He didn't take anything away from anybody. He actually supported the making of left-handed guitars by buying that guitar. He actually supported it. He put money into the left-hand guitar making industry by buying that guitar. Which is then going to show as a sale, which is then they're going to look at it and say, well, this one sold, so we're going to keep making more of them. So you guys are fucking idiots. Anybody that complained to him about him doing this is a fucking idiot. I mean, end of story. You guys are idiots. You're just complete and utter idiots. So, just blows my mind. But anyway, that's my little rant for this video. I just want to put it out there because I like the guy. I think he does some cool stuff. He's done a lot of mod stuff to his guitars, and I think he seems to be like a decent, honest dude that's just trying to make a living playing guitar, which is what we're all trying to do in the music industry when it comes to musicians. We just want to make a living doing what we love to do, and he's on that path, and more power to him, and all you guys that are hating on him, man, you guys need to go get a life. That's all I got to say. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. Are you guys upset that he took a left-handed guitar, turned it into a right-handed guitar, or do you not care? It'd be interesting to hear what you guys have to say. Me, personally, I think it's cool. He paid for it. He can do whatever the hell he wants with it. I mean, if he wants to throw it in a bonfire, if he wants to give it away to somebody, it doesn't matter. It's his guitar. He paid for it. He can do whatever the hell he wants with it. That's my bottom line. So, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Keep rocking.